I'm your boss. There's nothing you can do. I am your boss. The way you brought people down, their businesses, their marriages, their lives, and one was murdered, Mobad. Who knows whether there are others? You're going to be brought down. You're going to be on your knees, Iyabo.
Hello guys, welcome to Channel Up, your go-to channel for trending news, controversies, and all the stories you need to keep up with everything that matters in Nigeria and outside Nigeria. Thanks for joining us. Today's video is about serious allegations being made by investigative journalist Dr. Kemi Olunloyo. She's been trending for almost 2 months now. She made these allegations concerning actress and director Iyabo. These allegations touch on a fire at Iyabo's office. You heard it in the news, right? Claims about her being in Canada and accusations of using documents or refugee status and much more. This one hot though. We will show you parts of the video from Dr. Kemi's official Facebook page. We would examine what the mainstream media have reported on Iyabo's arson or Iyabo's burning of the office or office getting burnt, and then we will derive our analysis and all. Okay, now we will play you clips from Dr. Kemi's video, then break down what the mainstream media has actually reported before sharing our own analysis. So please stay tuned and watch this video from Dr. Kemi. She said lots of very daring things about Iyabo. She even said about she spoke about Priscilla Ojo and what they did according to one letter that was brought on social media some months ago. Please stay tuned.
A month ago, I told you guys that I wrote the government of Canada and several agencies on the whereabouts of Iyabo. This woman said she was going to Canada to help her daughter as she has her baby. We saw pictures of Priscilla traveling and landing in some airport. There's no sign of Canada in that airport. There's no sign of Pearson International, Toronto. And she was met by Lola Alao. Okay, Iyabo's an actress. She can put all these things together. And Lola Alao walked her away from the airport. She claimed that she had some kind of event in Canada, a meet and greet in a dark cinema with all Nigerians in there. I mean, how many Nigerians are in Canada? Let alone in Toronto, where she was, that came to that event. There was not one white person. It was strange. Iyabo's never done a video, a live video, outside her apartment or wherever she comes out of the balcony in Canada. To me, that balcony she comes out of is really Banana Island. At the end of the day, she's in Paulo's apartment in Banana Island. I had credible information of that. Now, if she left Banana and entered Canada, she flew through UK. All right. However, many of you are gullible. Iyabo's fans are very daft girls. They're like very, very daft. They're stupid. Now, let me explain something to you. My page is very popular on social media and it's the #1 digital conversation page. Why? Because I actually teach you guys things you need to know. I've traveled the world. I've been a journalist 31 years, a pharmacist 37 years, a PR specialist 29 years, and an activist 40 years in 5 countries. My experience is so vast that if you go to my Facebook page now, people are jaw-dropping because I've put all my work out there and I've not even started. Helicopter, boating license, police work, volunteer, name it, I've done it. And I do a lot of philanthropy. I gave out $960,000 in 12 years and nobody even knew. Then I begged Nigerians to donate to me and I raised 15 million over there for the same philanthropy and people didn't know. Half of them did not donate and they were calling me beggar. You're not discovering the real Kemi Olunloyo. Let's get back to Iyabo. So I wrote the CBSA and the government of Canada, Wellington Street, the office of the Prime Minister. I wrote a lot of agencies about Iyabo. And what I said in my letter was, private. It was basically, this is a woman who is in the middle of a murder case and she's an accessory to the fact and accessory after the fact. Canada does not play with accessory after the fact, especially that one. After the fact means you know who killed somebody, okay? Listen carefully because I'm explaining things to you. The media in Nigeria has not done anything about Mohbad's case and they will not do anything, okay? You know who killed Mohbad and you help that person get away with murder. That's accessory after the fact. I was a Toronto police volunteer, and there were some cases like that where people knew who shot people, and they quietly kept them, hidden and all that. Now, I got a letter back today, exactly 35 days after I wrote my letter. My reply came from the government, and it said, there is nobody by the name of Iyabo Ali-Sojo that entered Canada this year, let alone August of 2025. Now, there's a question with CBSA. I have a source in CBSA. Okay, CBSA stands for Canadian Border Services Agency. My source in there, CBSA does not discuss immigration cases at all. My source in there told me that there is no name, Iyabo Ali-Sojo, that entered Canada. The same thing, don't forget, the government will go to CBSA to ask before they reply me. The same thing NIS is telling me, Nigerian Immigration Services, her passport did not enter Canada, which means there's still a possibility. IRB. Some of you in Canada know what I'm talking about, Immigration and Refugee Board. You can actually, don't go do this because Canada is like really crowded right now. You must have a credible case. There are people who flee to Canada from danger. They file asylum, they file refugee status. Okay, Canada's refugee program is the easiest in the world, and that's why it's the most abused. So when they enter, okay, they might go through Europe, they might be trafficked in Canada, they don't have to have real papers. They can come in with fake passports, they can come in with anything. It's when they get in there, they tell who they are. So Iyabo may have entered on somebody else's document and trying to file asylum and not go back to Nigeria. This is the reason why she burned down her office. Okay? What I don't like about Nigeria is that I have too many sources telling me all these things, and people will say, hey, she's lying, she's making it up. Iyabo made up stuff throughout her life on Gist Lover. Okay? Aside from keeping me in prison, she disgraced my king and lied on my king. So some of you come here and say I'm lying on her. Do you know what she did to my king, the Alaafin of Oyo, Adeyemi, that died? Did you not see all that series she did on Gist Lover? Okay, let's continue. Iyabo destroyed a lot of lives, families, businesses, name it. She and Tonto under Gist Lover. So stop saying the word Gist Lover. Just say Iyabo and Tonto's Gist Lover. All right. Iyabo. Okay. Somebody in the Nigerian Fire Services, a source, told me that your fire was deliberate. You burned down your own office for insurance money, collected insurance money, and then went to Canada, right? Is that what you did? Did you really go to Canada with the insurance money and a fake name and refugee status? I'm still trying to work on that. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to write the IRB. Anyone that files refugee status will get an appointment to come and testify in front of the IRB on their case, why Nigeria is dangerous. Do you know what I'm saying? Or why they fled to Canada. I'm going to write my letter, and automatically they'll dismiss her case, and then she'll be deported back to Nigeria. That's how that works. Iyabo must come and face the, wrath of the law. The police is not looking for her. However, when you tell the IRB or people who are in charge these things ahead of time, they know. Go ask the Rwandans. Many Rwandans were killed during the Tutsi and Hutsi war. Okay? Many. The genocide was unimaginable. A lot of Rwandans fled all over the world. UK, US, Canada. Why many Rwandans who lost their families, their generations to this genocide? When Kagame took over, he was on the other side of the army. The people that actually did a lot of the genocide too also fled into Canada. So Rwandans were looking for them. They were pinpointing them one by one. Go and Google it. Rwanda genocide, blah, blah, blah. If you want to call it, just put genocide, Rwanda, Canada, arrested. You'll see all the Canadians. I say Canadians, see all the Rwandans that fled to Canada after they killed people like massively in their country. Canada doesn't want anybody that's wanted or did a crime or was an accessory to the crime before or after. Iyabo is not going to stay in Canada. She's going to come home to Nigeria. She's going to face the wrath of the law. They said that they're looking for her because of the Naira Marley apology that she didn't make. Like you heard VDM, she quickly turned it to, my house burned, my daughter is expecting a baby, I'm going to take care of my daughter, blah, blah. Nigerian Fire Service already told me, a source, that Iyabo burned that office. Okay? Now, this is the bad one. Do you remember her daughter Priscilla showing you guys a letter? And the letter said, you want to spoil our plan A or plan B and all that. They wrote that letter themselves. In fact, Priscilla wrote that letter. It's all fake. Nobody wrote Iyabo to say we're going to do plan B. She burned her office off herself and the letter. Her daughter wrote the letter. I sent that letter to handwriting experts in America, and it was not written by an anonymous person. That letter was written out of Iyabo's device. Okay? Iyabo, when you're doing all your fake shit, maybe you should turn off location because we could see the location of where the letter was written and all that. It was written right in your house. And you took it to social media and showed people, oh, look, they threatened us. They wanted to mess up our life. You're all fucking liars. Iyabo Prissy. Okay? I'm your boss. There's nothing you can do. I am your boss. The way you brought people down, their businesses, their marriages, their lives, and one was murdered, Mohbad. Who knows whether there are others? You're going to be brought down. You're going to be on your knees, Iyabo.
Welcome back. You watched the video from Dr. Kemi, right? Now, let us examine this critically so that we'll know where to go from there. These are allegations by Dr. Kemi. Now, she alleges that Iyabo may have deliberately set fire to her own office. That means she feels that that fire that was announced a few months ago was artificial, not natural. She also alleged that Iyabo never traveled to Canada this year, despite her claims online about her daughter Priscilla's childbirth. She claimed that letters and apologies that were linked to Iyabo were forged by herself and Priscilla Uju, her daughter. And she also links all of this to larger issues surrounding the Mohbad case and her refusal to apologize to Naira Marley. In fact, Dr. Kemi alleges that it is because of this refusal to apologize that police is presently searching for Iyabo Uju. However, let us confirm from the mainstream media and what they reported. In July 2025, Iyabo Uju's office indeed was gutted by fire in Lagos, according to what the mainstream media reported. The cause of the fire is still unknown till date. Now, reports also show her sharing moments from Canada, which seems to contradict the claim that she never went to Canada. But Iyabo Uju quickly left Nigeria for Canada immediately after her office allegedly got burnt. Now, no verified mainstream source has confirmed the CBSA or the immigration allegations by Dr. Kemi because these were her personal investigations. Okay, so we don't know whether Dr. Kemi is sincere by saying Iyabo was never in Canada from her sources in the CBSA. Okay, so these particular facts are known to Dr. Kemi alone. But let's check the analysis. Here is the take. The fire is real, but its cause remains unverified. Allegations of arson or fraud are very serious and require official proof. If not, they will just be seen as any other rumor. On the Canada issue, there are conflicting narratives. Dr. Kemi says that Iyabo never went to Canada, yet media reports show her posting, or her own posts show her somewhere around a house that looks like Canada. Or Dr. Kemi said that does not look like Toronto at all. Now, if you check this link with the Mohbad case, these claims add fuel or add salt to injury to an already heated atmosphere where public figures have faced accusations and counter accusations without solid evidence in the open, especially from Dr. Kemi, which seems to be true because if Kemi is alleging this, that means she has actually made her findings and have found out these facts that she's telling us. That means, according to her, after Iyabo Uju allegedly burnt her office down, she got money from the insurance people and used it to leave Nigeria for Canada under the refugee status. Now, at the end of the day, these remain allegations from Kemi until investigations confirm or deny them. So here is the question. Do you think this is just another round of social media controversies, or could there be deeper truths waiting to surface from these claims by Dr. Kemi? This is what we should be asking ourselves, okay? Thank you so much for staying this far. Please like this video if you enjoyed this update, and don't also forget to share your comments in the comment section. Subscribe to Channel Up and tap the notification bell for more analysis like this. See you next time. Keep your head above water and ask the right questions. Bye.